Ladies with gentle hands, welcome to today's video where I will be reviewing your platinum trophy lists. Yes, you, the subscriber. Of course, if you do want me to take a look at your platinum trophy list or Xbox or Steam lists, make sure to leave a comment with your profile, or you can join my Discord in the description and post your link in there. Up today, we have got JLoop18 and this is episode 60, so let's get into this. Alrighty then, so we've got JLoop18, hopefully I've pronounced that right, apologies if not, and do feel free, if this is your account, to leave a comment below with any questions or, updates on anything I have to say about the list. So, we've got a level 494 account and 187 platinum trophies, and they've played 255 games and completed 140. So we've got a very good completion rate here, much better than mine, which is 76%. And of course, we will go into all of the stats or the in-depth stats at the end of the video. And of course, as always, I like to pull the percentages that you're seeing on screen directly from PlayStation themselves, because not every trophy hunter that gets trophies and platinums has a PlayStation profiles account. So if you see these percentages, they may differ on your screen dependent on how you have the settings, but these are from the closest possible source of what it actually shows on PlayStation. So first up then, we've got 36 Fragments of Midnight. Of course, a lot of people do have this platinum trophy, myself included. It's an alright game. It can be quite difficult. You can probably get it in 5 minutes if you are skilled enough. It did take me some time. I tried doing it after a 24-hour or as part of my 24-hour live stream, and it didn't go well. But we've got another Crab's Treasure up next, which I believe is a Souls-like kind of basically crab game. It does look quite interesting, but the Souls genre isn't really for me, but that's sitting really nicely at a 4% there, so good job. And we've got a PlayStation Classic here with Ape Escape, and to be honest with you, I've never really seen the appeal. I never played it growing up, so I don't have that kind of nostalgia tie to it, and yeah, I've just never really wanted to play it. I think the closest I have come to Ape Escape is it Astrobot, where you can play it in that, but we've got a 6.5% there. And then we've got Asphalt Legends Unite, which has got a 100-hour grind by the looks of things here. It's a 0.3% rarity, so I've got to say, first things first, well done on that one. That is very impressive with the old 0.3. But yeah, I mean, there's probably not too much to that one. I'm assuming, like any racing game to an extent, it's just going to be do race, repeat race, do race on hard difficulty. Not to take away from that though, because they are very challenging, but a 3 out of 10, maybe it's more of a grind fest opposed to a sort of more challenging racing game, should we say. But we've got a bunch of Assassin's Creed games here. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. So we're kicking things off with Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 3 and 4 Black Flag, Liberation, Mirage, Odyssey, Origins, Revelations, Rogue, Syndicate, Unity, and Valhalla. So, I mean, the obvious observation here is very good job at getting the Black Flag and also Unity. I can see that you've done them, a couple of years ago, so fairly recent, in 2023. So it looks like they may have played the franchise for the first time, starting with number 2 in January and basically dedicating an entire year to an extent, and just over, because Odyssey creeps into that one, and so does Valhalla into 2024. But it's basically like they've gone through a timeline essentially, which is really nice to see actually. But of course, Assassin's Creed 2, it's a fantastic game. I personally don't want to go back to play it anymore on the PS4 just because it felt a little bit weird and didn't look the greatest. But the memories that I do have from the PS3 version that I enjoyed as a young man, as a young Deathroff, was fantastic. But I mean, the rarest ones here has to be what, Black Flag, probably Valhalla as well. Oh no, Unity's rarer than Valhalla. Me myself, I've got a lot of the Assassin's Creed Platinum trophies. I am kind of working on Black Flag. I was going to do Unity, like I've played them all, but I've not necessarily done the online sections. And Unity was one that the servers went down, they came back up, and I think currently, as of October 2025, they might be back up, but it's a little bit, dodgy. So I can't say that I particularly want to go back to do that experience. I think if I was going to pick one, it would be Black Flag, and I am working through it, but it's almost like I need a partner to sit with and just talk, because it is quite the boring grind. But 0.4% on Black Flag there, really good. Me personally, my favorite, probably Origins outside of Assassin's Creed 2 and the older ones, right? In this more RPG modern format, I really like Origins. It was the first one that came out and I was just blown away. Obviously Odyssey quite grindy, and obviously Valhalla as well is a 100-hour time sink, you could say. But in a weird way, I kind of like them. I can't explain it, but I know they're grinds. They are quite repetitive and quite boring, but there's just something about them that I really like, especially the time periods of ancient Egypt and then ancient Greece and then even sort of England. Seeing that, like, there was some areas in Valhalla near me, and I was like, oh, that's there's obviously history there that I know of from the Vikings and things like that, and it's like, oh, I'm seeing it in the game. I'm like, is this what it looked like? That's so cool. But anyway, enough about Assassin's Creed. Don't play Shadows. That is an awful game. Go and play Ghost of Tsushima or Yotai. Don't play Shadows. I've put myself through that. But we've got Astro's Playroom up next, and yeah, I mean, fair enough. Everyone probably should get this platinum trophy. It comes with the PlayStation console, but it's always good to see. 4.4%. Not a lot of people do get the platinum trophy. We've got our first 10 out of 10 of the list. Damn. Atari Flashback Classic Volumes 2, sitting at a 1.7% there. I would imagine if you're very skilled at arcade games, it might be slightly easier for you. I know it will still be difficult. I tried to do one of the Pac-Man games. I think it's rated a 2 or 3 out of 10 and takes maybe a couple of hours. I was stumped. I think it was like Pac-Man Series 1 or something. I was stumped on it. I was like, I am so bad at this game, but very good job on getting that. They've also done Back to the Future game, which is a Telltale game that is now delisted. I have done a video on all of the Telltale Platinum trophies that are technically delisted, but you can pick them up on a physical copy. I didn't really vibe with the Back to the Future game. I really wanted to like it, but it just, I don't know, it sounds stupid, but it made you really work for it. It wasn't the classic Telltale formula in the sense of you basically just get a trophy for completing every chapter, essentially. This was like, do this, do that, there's a missable here, you need to set up this trophy here. Like, it was very convoluted to get where you needed to go, and overall I just thought the game was quite slow. We have got Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Very good job there. I do want to go back to get a Batman Platinum. Of course, these are quite tough. I believe the Arkham Knight Platinum might be slightly easier, but the DLC for that is astronomically difficult, but really good job here. I think for me personally, Arkham City is my favorite out of the three. Of course, Asylum, there's obviously some very good memories with that as well. We've got Battlefield 1, 4, and also Hardline. Awesome stuff. At the minute, I'm playing Battlefield 6, and I've got the Platinums for 1, 4, Hardline, and 5, so I've got, I'm pretty accredited, but I'm working through the Battlefield 6 Platinum, so if you are interested in seeing what I play on the channel, at the minute I was playing Battlefield 6, but I also play a range of other games, horror games, things like that. And if you just want to see the behind the scenes of what I do to make my videos, obviously a lot of it comes from the live stream, so interact, and maybe you'll get some form of feature in a video to an extent. But I'm working on a really big platinum challenge at the minute, so that's kind of the games that I'm playing are all going to be in that video, which is really cool. But yeah, Battlefield 6 has been really good. I would recommend it. Platinum trophy for it. It's a bit like, it's grindy, right? The new Battlefield game, but I don't want to call it a grind because I'm enjoying my time with it. If you're not enjoying Battlefield, then it'd be a grind. But anyway, moving on. We got Bunny Raiders. This was awful to get. Like, I really sucked at the boss fights. It was like just RNG hell, but it is fairly low-ish percent, so it might be worth it. Burnout Paradise Remastered. This is a game that I want to go back in platinum. I'm seeing a lot of videos at the minute, I think from Twicer. I think he was the one that may have kickstarted it, but I mean, regardless, shout out to him. He's been doing the sort of cleaning up his backlog and stuff, and I think Sandra's has also done one of those. And I just really enjoy seeing what people clean up and stuff. And naturally, I look through my list and I'm inspired by other creators. And Burnout Paradise is one that's on my radar of something that I want to go back and clean up at some point. But really good job on that one. I know there's like a really awkward online trophy for it, so I should probably get that sooner rather than later to make sure I can clean that up. A bunch of Call of Duties now, which I love to see. As a Call of Duty man, well, I'm now a Battlefield man. Black Ops 7 has frustrated me, so I'm not getting it this year. But I've played every Call of Duty pretty much. I have played every Call of Duty, bar the newest one that's not out yet, and got platinum trophies in a lot of them. So I feel like I'm qualified to speak here. Advanced Warfare, platinum, very meh. The rarest of them all, funnily enough, but it was, wasn't the greatest in my opinion. COD Ghosts, that had a great campaign, but multiplayer and Extinction sucked. Modern Warfare 2019, probably the easiest Call of Duty that you're going to get a platinum trophy in, if I'm being honest with you. 3 out of 10, if you're competent at first-person shooters, probably a 2 out of 10. The veteran campaign is easy. And then the Modern Warfare campaign's remastered again, fantastic. Probably, yeah. Like Modern Warfare Remastered, definitely going to be the harder one there with the Mile High Club trophy. But even then, practice for about half an hour, and you'll get that. But some really good, diverse Call of Duties. I like that, and obviously some ultra rares. Cars Race-O-Rama, the first PS3 game I believe on this list, which is pretty cool. And is this the Cars game, or is it Cars 3? That is, I think like there's a Cars game. I think it might just be on Xbox actually, and it's impossible to get the 100%. It could be on PlayStation, but essentially, do you know how we have the platinum trophy and it's like earn all other trophies to get this trophy? Essentially, it must be Xbox, and like they have a trophy where it's like you need to earn every other trophy in the game to get that trophy, but you like block yourself out of it, which is very, very strange. But I think that's a Cars game, but I've not actually watched any of the Cars movies, so it might be one for me to go and play the PS3 game and maybe try and learn about it through that. But we've got Celeste up next, very good job. Control, a game that I played, kind of liked, and then just put down because I don't know, maybe it was boring. But people always harp on about Control and Alan Wake. Maybe at some point I'll go back and I mean, Alan Wake 2 is on PlayStation Plus at the minute, so maybe I could clean that up. But oh my word. Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3, is that warped? 4, and then also Racing Nitro Fueled. I mean, the obvious one that sticks out is Crash 4, with how difficult that one is, 0.3%. And then obviously the Crash Team Racing as well, 0.5. Very good job there. Me personally, the Crash games aren't for me. I'm not really a platforming kind of person, but I can respect what goes into that. So very good job there. Arguably even harder is the Crysis games, with the amount of times that Crysis 1 crashes. I remember when I did a platinum video on this when I first started out the channel, and that game was dog, man. It was so much better back when it came out. But yeah, Crysis 1 and 2 there. Not done 3, probably was put off by the first two, don't blame them. We've got Cuphead as well, again a very difficult platinum here, so good job. And also, I mean, this is a very good list. Look at this, Dark Souls Remastered as well. 10%, I like seeing that. It's an 8 out of 10. It's a difficult game, but obviously a lot of people that are in trophy hunting now, we're getting bigger as a community. More people want to get these harder platinum trophies, which is great. And obviously the percentage is going up, but it doesn't take away from the challenge that it is. We've got Daxter as well, 7.8% there. So I've never played one of those games, but it seems like a pretty chilled out experience. Days Gone, don't want to speak too much on this. I tried it back in the day, didn't like it, and I'm a big zombies fan. I really, really like zombies. Didn't vibe with it. Tried it again for my, for stream and chat to be like, guys, I'll give it another chance as an adult. Still didn't like it, far too slow. Anyway, moving on. If you like it though, I'm glad you do, because I really did want to like it. DC League of Super Pets, again, fairly rare, like a 10% there, fairly rare trophy for what, 2 hours work. And it's if you're playing a difficult game and you want to switch off to something easy, those are the type of games that I personally like to do, and that's what I've done. We've got Death Squared, so that seems like a pretty cool game there, 0.9% as well, so great job there. We've got Demon Souls as well. Good job there. I can see that they like their Souls-like and basically just any challenge. Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed and also Remake. I believe there's another Destroy All Humans game that slots in here somewhere, which I never knew about until doing another one of these lists on a live stream. But good job there. Some childhood classics there that I have played. The Doom Platinum, awesome. This is on my list to clean up. I done the multiplayer trophies a few months back. After playing the game whenever it came to Plus. Didn't really vibe with it, to be honest with you, but I think one day I will clean it up, because obviously it's quite a rare trophy to get. And then they've got Doom 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure Doom or Doom 2 or both of them, pretty sure they are 10 out of 10 difficulties. But with the PS5 version, there is like a mod menu thing that you can use to maybe make it easier. Not to say that they've done that, because I mean that's what the guide there suggests, because that's what they say to do on the guide. But I would imagine if you do both Doom and Doom 2 legit, this is also a 10 out of 10 platinum. Took them 2 days to do, so I think that's fairly believable to do that legit, being they are short games, so GG's on that one. We got a double stack of Fallout 4, and we've got Fallout 76. Awesome stuff there. I do love a Fallout game. It would be cool to get like a remaster or remake of 3 and New Vegas. That would be pretty sick. Far Cry 3 Classic, Far Cry 4, 5, Primal, and New Dawn. Again, it's a bit of a guilty pleasure. I do like the Far Cry games. I know they get dogged on a lot with Assassin's Creed. Yes, they are repetitive, but the gameplay loop is fun to an extent. I think the best one here has got to be Far Cry 3. It's just an absolute classic. But again, similar thing to the Assassin's Creed 2 sort of remaster. It's just a janky mess now trying to play it on a modern console. It was so much better on the PS3, I found, and I've just got some great memories to that game, especially the seeing that ending scene with is it Citra, the woman, just as a fucking teenager that just blew my mind, should we say? But anyway, we've got Ghost of Tsushima up next. Maybe they'll be doing Ghost of Yotai at some point. Me personally, I think I'm just going to wait for a sale. It does look really good though. We've got Ghost Runner 1 and 2. Quite difficult games there, quite high-paced action intensity. I remember watching Played to Completion on YouTube, also known as Merlinated on Twitch. I watched him go through this, and it looked like great fun to watch somebody else suffer. Don't know if I personally would want to suffer there, but very good job on those rare platties. We've got Goat Simulator, which is a 5 out of 10. Of course, the notorious Flappy Goat trophy, I believe, is like the Flappy Bird knockoff. Only difficult one. I mean, I've got this. The only thing I'd recommend as a tip is turn off the music and just lock in. You'll get it after a bit of repetition. It's not too bad. And they've done it in 2 hours and 55 minutes. So that's pretty quick, actually, as well. God of War 3 remastered, good job. Not really the biggest God of War fan, but I can respect anybody that does like it. It's like a classic, isn't it? We've got GTA 3, San Andreas, and then a double stack of Vice City. Good job. Again, my first GTA was number 3, and then I played San Andreas and Vice City at a friend's house. So I've never really experienced these two, and it's one of those games where I would like to go back and do it, but I don't know if I'd want to do the platinum because they are, 45 hours is quite a moderate challenge. But I feel like Vice City would probably be the one that I'd like the most. Is that one in Miami? Is it the 80s as well? I do love that time period. But we've got High on Life, fantastic game. I'm super stoked for number 2. I will be getting the platinum for that as well. The platinum on this again wasn't too bad. Very funny. To get through, so I would recommend that one. We've got Hot Wheels 2 Unleashed Turbocharged, again 0.6%, super rare one to do, and a moderate difficulty there as well. Hotline Miami, good job there. Again, not my kind of game, unfortunately, but it does look cool to an extent. We've got I Am Bread as well, 0.1%. Okay. Is this the toughest one on the list? Like, you could argue this could be a 10 out of 10, surely. Like, I've seen so many YouTubers struggle on this one, but very, very good job on getting this J-Lube. This is awesome. IQ, Intelligent Cube. I don't know what that is personally. Maybe it's an intelligence game, but it's a pretty low percentage, which is good. Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure. I contemplated this, and then I saw what the game actually consisted of, and that it was 7 hours, and I thought, I don't have the sanity for this. But a 1.4%, it's an ultra rare, so fair enough. Indiana Jones and the Star for Kings. Again, I've done this one. I saw John Callum do it. Great video. Check it out. And it was a fun platinum to do. I think it was my first PS2 platinum trophy on the PlayStation Premium service, which is pretty cool. We've got Infamous First Light and Second Son, good stuff. I've got both of these platinums. I recently went back and cleaned up Infamous First Light myself, and I was kind of shitting it because I thought, oh no, 4 out of 10, like this might be difficult to do, but trust me guys, it is really easy. You need to 100% the game anyway, so you'll get everything naturally. Jack and Jill DX there, probably the first or second if you wanted to say 36 Fragments of Midnight, but that's kind of difficult. I've never played this one, but of course it's an 11-minute platinum, so the first quick one of the list, but I think we can let them off considering the sheer amount of difficult games they've had. And then we've got a bunch of the Jack games here, so we've got a triple stack here of Jack the Precursor Legacy, Jack 3 The Lost Frontier, and also a double stack of Jack 2 there. So probably a fan of the franchise. I saw my cousin play this while I was younger, but I think it was Jack 2 I saw him play, but I've never really gotten into it. Jump King, okie dokie, oh my word. GG's. Are they gonna have like Super Meat Boy in it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is a crazy list. 10 out of 10, 18, potentially 18 playthroughs, and are over 100 hours there. 0.8%. And it took them 3 months to do, and they got it in August 2025. So what, two months ago, 2 and a bit months ago. So I mean, round of applause there. That is insane. If you're watching, make sure to drop a comment and just glaze the fuck out of J-Loop. This is incredible, man. Honestly, W's in the chat. I know we're not even on a live stream here, but anyway, we've got Knack as well, moderate difficulty. I can't believe this game. It just looks like such a dodgy game, and it was on the PS4 like as a launch title as well. And it's almost just like memeable how difficult it is being a kids game. But again, GG's on that one. Very good job. A bunch of Lego games here. Awesome. Lego Batman 2 free. City Undercover, DC Supervillains, the Harry Potter, 1 to 4, 5 to 7, and 1 to 4 again. Indiana Jones 2, Superheroes 1 and 2, Avengers, the movie 1 and 2, Ninjago movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars Force Awakens, and The Incredibles. Very, very good. Yeah, very good portfolio there of Lego games. I like that. I would like to add more to my list personally. I recently got the platinum for the Lego Lord of the Rings game, and that was a good experience. I've never seen the movies. As a kid, I would like forward wind them to Gollum. I'd watch Gollum, and then I would turn them off because that's all I wanted to see. And I was a 5-year-old. You're not really going to understand 3 hours of like peak cinema. So I do need to go and watch them myself. But my first experience was through the game, and it was pretty cool. So I am intrigued about it. But yeah, really good job there. There's a couple that I would want to try, like Pirates of the Caribbean seems pretty cool, and maybe The Incredibles. But yeah, I heard the Marvel games are quite good as well. But very good job there, and of course, very rare platinum trophies there. We've got Mafia 1 and 2 there. Again, fairly difficult game, so good job there. Again, Mafia, I could clean that one up. I think I need to do like the hardest playthrough. I think probably racing the car might be the hardest like part of that hard playthrough, but looking forward to one day going back and cleaning up my log, gaming log, assuming I stop playing new games because there's so many good ones coming out. We've got Maneater up next as well, GTA for Sharks, as I like to say, which is it's just a fun game. You can switch off and enjoy yourself. Marvel Spider-Man 1, 2, Remastered, and Miles Morales. So we've got all of them there. So great job. Very enjoyable games, especially if you are a Spider-Man fan. We've got Monopoly, which seems like it might be their most recent trophy, platinum trophy, 0.4%. I remember having a Monopoly game that I played with my friends. I convinced them to get it during lockdown. I think we played it for maybe like 30 minutes and then turned it off and never played it again. But that one didn't have a platinum trophy. It just had 100%. But it's good to see a Monopoly game with a platinum. I'm assuming it's a brand new one as well. Look at it. This is beautiful here. I've got these trophies. I stand with J-Loop here. My Friend Peppa Pig and also My Little Pony. They're actually goated games. Like if you like, they've done Jump King, they've done I Am Bread. They need to switch off and take a break. So I don't blame them for getting trophies like this. They're arguably there's a little bit of fun in them. Again, I'm waiting for the Peppa Pig like Wild Adventures to go on sale or plus, because as soon as it goes cheap or on plus, I'm eating that little piggy up. But next up we've got My Name Is Mayo 1 and 2. Again, a staple of any platinum trophy list really. We've got N++. No idea what that is. 75 hours though, and a 9 out of 10, 0.9% rarity. So again, very difficult. If I had to assume, it looks like a classical kind of like what Game Boy, kind of that kind of sort of era of gaming, kind of like platforming thing. I don't know. Let me know down below, but that's again very impressive. We've got Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Storm 1, 2, 3, and 4. I had no idea there were 4 games of them, but it's really cool to see the entire series or series of those games at least done, which is really nice, and moderate difficulty for those as well. Got a bunch of Need for Speed. We've got Rivals, Payback, Hot Pursuit Remastered, Heat, and then just Need for Speed. I think that's 2015. I've got the platinum for the 2015 one. It was always at nighttime, the racing. I would have liked to see a day cycle in it, but I guess that's just the game. Not really the biggest racing person. I did enjoy Most Wanted and Undercover as a young man back in the day. I think I played a couple of them on Nintendo Wii and also PS2 maybe. But yeah, it's a good franchise. I feel like they've kind of fallen off in the modern day though. We got Pac-Man World Repack there, 6 out of 10. I think this is like an open world or something Pac-Man game. I could be wrong though, but 0.4%. So again, quite a difficult one to do. We've got a bunch of Paw Patrol games here. We've got the movie, Patrol World, and Mighty Pups, a double stack. Again, fairly ultra rare platinum trophies there, or very rare trophies there, so good to see. PJ Masks Heroes of the Night. Again, I've got this platinum trophy myself. It's fairly easy to get, and you can just switch off and do it, and of course it's 1.2%. We've got Ratchet and Wank, the 2019, is that the PS4 one? And then we've got the PS3 first one, I'm assuming. Ratchet and Clank A Wank in Time, and then also Rift Apart there. So never played the Ratchet and Wank series, but I think I would be down at some point to get my goon on and play one of the games. But I think I'll probably start with Rift Apart, assuming as it's the newest one and the shiniest, I'd assume. But good job on those. And also, how could we forget? Size matters, everybody. But we've got Road 96 up next, which is a 6.4%. I think this looked like a chill game from what I've seen, and I've never got round to it, which is a shame, but I would like to play it. Robocop Rogue City, awesome game. Overstayed its time just a little bit for me personally for the platinum experience. I think it could have used being a couple of hours shorter, but I still enjoyed it. I think it was a fantastic game, and the brand new game that's just come out, I say brand new, it's come out fairly recently, and I believe in Study's most recent video, like the, what was it, like fixed camera, first person and third person. He played the second, like the newest one of this, and it did look really cool. So at some point, I'll probably pick it up on a sale and play that. But we've got Sackboy as well. We played this on the Trophy Hoarders podcast. Like we play, or we used to play like games every episode just to test them out on PlayStation Plus to expand our portfolio. And Sackboy was one of them, and we didn't enjoy it, put it that way. I feel like Sackboy walked so Astrobot could run. But again, fairly difficult one there, and a pretty good job on that one. Of course, this is a shameless plug to the Trophy Hoarders podcast. We upload episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts on a fortnightly basis. It's every Monday or every other Monday, and we've got over 60 hours of content on the channel. So make sure you are going over to Trophy Hoarders and dropping us a subscription. We've had some fantastic guests lined up, and probably a lot of your favorite trophy hunters have been on the podcast, and maybe some of them will be on future episodes as well. But moving on, we've got Saints Row Re-Elected and Gat Out of Hell. I've played Saints Row 3. I enjoyed it, like, again, as a kid, but playing it as an adult, I was like, oh, I don't think I want to sit and subject myself to a platinum trophy here, because it's just a bit, I don't know, it's just a bit janky and not aged well, but good job on those, obviously very rare. We've got Secret Agent Clank there. I'm assuming that's probably related to the Ratchet and Clank series. Sifu, great job here. 2.2%. I need to basically do this one myself because it's on my list to do. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, fantastic game. If you've not played this, just go and play it. It's amazing. I can't believe I didn't experience it until being an adult, put it that way. I should have played it on PS3. We've got Sly Cooper and the Phoebius Raccoonus, and that is a bit of a mouthful there. The PS5 version being a lot rarer than the PS3 version for some bizarre reason. I'm assuming that's a bit of a remake, that one. We've got Sonic Colors Ultimate and also Frontiers. Good job on Ultimate there, 0.6% as well. We've got Space Explorers Lunar Mission and also Red Planet. So these are quite high percentage, probably chilled out walking sims. Oof, look at this. We've got Splasher up next. Another 10 out of 10. 2.9% there. GG's there. SpongeBob SquarePants, Battle for Bikini Bottom, and a double stack of the Cosmic Shake. Things you love to see. Again, a bunch of games that I would like to play myself. I played one of them growing up as a kid, I'm pretty sure. Was it on the GameCube maybe or something like that? But I played one of them. I remember like bouncing on Krabby Patties doing platforming. But it'd be cool to play one of these games. It's again one of the games on my list that I'd like to get a platinum in the franchise for. We've got the Spyro trilogy. Again, I'm pretty sure I played this on a GameCube at some point growing up, but I don't know. I have no desire to go back and play them now as an adult. We've got Steep, pretty steep there, being a 7 out of 10, 0.2%, great job. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. I'm pretty sure this one's quite awkward to get the platinum. 6 out of 10, maybe it could be harder, I don't know, but a 0.3% definitely shows you that it's hard. We've got Super Hot as well. Everybody watching this video, you are super hot. But again, 0.3% there, things you'd love to see. Surgeon Simulator, oh my word, where does it end with this account? There's so many difficult games. I would argue this could be a 10 out of 10 as well, like with seeing what you have to do to get this. But 0.1% there, very good job. We've got Siphon Filter, Dark Mirror, 9% there. I'm not really a fan of the Siphon Filter games, unfortunately. I've tried one of them out and it didn't really vibe with me. We've got the Jumping Burger. Okay. Fair enough. I'll let you off on that one. The Last of Us Part 1. This trophy guide here is pulling it from the harder version on PS4 that has multiplayer. This PS5 version is probably a 3 out of 10. It's not too difficult at all. We've got the Pig Quiz and also Pizza Quiz, so some quick grubby games there. The Walking Dead Telltale, again, fantastic. I would recommend playing more of them. If you enjoyed it, of course, I thoroughly enjoyed the series, one of my favourite series. I'm a bit biased because I do love The Walking Dead, though. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, awesome. Funnily enough, is this the one that's got Shane, John Bernthal from The Walking Dead in this as a character? I think he might be a villain potentially. But 0.7%, that's a very good job. Toy Story 2, great stuff there. That's on my list to do at some point as well. Trackmania Turbo and Trials Rising, both 9 out of 10s here. Whew, this list is stacked. Oh my word. GG's. That is very impressive again. Oh my goodness. 0.1% on each. Flip, man. Whew. Wow. Anyway, Twisted Metal up next. Again, I need to watch the TV show, actually. That looks more interesting to me than playing the game. We've got Ty the Tasmanian Tiger there, 15% rarity. We've got Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and also 4. And of course, the Lost Legacy and Legacy of Thieves collection. So outside of the Vita, that would be every single Uncharted game, basically, bar the, is it Lost Abyss on the PS Vita, which obviously they don't have a Vita, which is completely understandable. Myself, I'm actually working on Uncharted 4 of Thief's End for the Platinum Challenge video that I'm doing at the minute. So I've done all of the games. I've done the Legacy of Thieves collection. Bit of a ball ache having to play 2 games, platinum them, and only get 1 platinum. Should really get 2 in my opinion. And then I've done the Lost Legacy as part of that Thieves collection, but I've not done it standalone, and don't think I will, to be fair. I think, you know, I've got the Legacy collection there. I'm only doing Uncharted 4 to go back and clean up the Platinum Trophy, essentially, there. We've got Vanquish, again, another difficult game. Speaking of difficult, Wolfenstein 2. Again, 0.1%, it is a 10 out of 10, but I do feel like with Wolfenstein 2, there's so many video guides out on it. I think it's Platinum Vault. He might have a video just breaking down how to do it easily. So yeah, it's one of those ones. Yes, it is a 10 out of 10. Yes, it is frustrating if you mess up. But I reckon it could maybe be bumped down to what, an 8 or 9 out of 10 at this point, just because I think there's so much material and homework you can do to get it, you know what I mean? Of course, if you're doing it without all of the guides and help, then probably is a 10 out of 10, but not to take away from it, because, you know, in 2023, trophy hunting was probably in its early life cycle stages on YouTube. It's not fully peaked, you know, we're kind of in the prime of it now, I'd say. So there probably wasn't much content on Wolfenstein 2 in 2023 when this came out. So yeah, fair play. They got the New Order, Old Blood, and also Young Blood. I've subjected myself to, I think, New Order. Played through the campaign, I was like, this isn't really for me. Just the style of how the game plays. And again, for the Trophy Orders podcast, we played Young Blood, and 0.9%, it's understandable why it's so low. Just avoid it. It is such a bad game. Alrighty then, so let's take a look at the milestones before wrapping up. So the very first Platinum Trophy was 10 years ago, so J-Loop has been Platinum Trophy hunting or Trophy hunting for 10 years. Back to the Future was the first one there. The first Platinum, though, was 4 years ago, which was Jak 2. So what I find really interesting is they played the Back to the Future game 10 years ago, and they probably didn't pop the Platinum Trophy until within 4 years ago, so it seems like they probably played it. And as I said, there's a lot of missable trophies in that Back to the Future game. So maybe they got into trophy hunting 4 years ago when it's, you know, when this scene started kicking off, and that's, you know, where the trophies started flowing in. The 10th Platinum was Crash Bandicoot, so a great milestone there. 20th Platinum, Batman Arkham Asylum. 30th Platinum, The Walking Dead. Bunny Radios for the 40th. Fastest Platinum was Spider-Man Remastered. 50th Platinum was Celeste, nice milestone. 75th, Assassin's Creed Origins. 100th was Fallout 4. 125th, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. 150th, Demon Souls. 175th, Demon Souls Remastered. And the latest Platinum Trophy was Monopoly. They've got 178 rare trophies, and then these are some of the rarest unique ones. So we've got Surgeon Sim, I Am Bread, Trackmania Turbo, Atari Flashbacks, and the Beatles Rock Band. One of the trophies there is an ultra rare, and then they've put in their trophy cabinet Trials, Splasher, Surgeon Sim, Super Hot, COD Advanced Warfare, Jump King, Trackmania Turbo, I Am Bread, and Wolfenstein 2. So a lot of that trophy cabinet there are 10 out of 10 games, if not a couple of 9s as well. And then just to take a little look-see-loo at the overall stats. So as we can see, they play, you know, fairly consistently throughout the week. And again, they've had their account for quite some time, 10 years as it said, but the trophy hunting really picked up and exponentially picked up within the last couple of years, and it looks like there's no stopping it. They've got the trophy hunting itch to keep continuing, which is awesome to see. And of course, these are the stats, and it's really nice to see the PS3 getting some love here as well with the platinum trophies. But JLoop18, thank you so much for letting me review your platinum trophy list. Of course, if you do want your trophy list reviewed, make sure to leave it as a comment down below or join my Discord in the description. And if you do enjoy platinum trophy content, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel because there's plenty of it here. And maybe I'll see you in one of my future live streams. Take it easy.